We're at 6306 Euclid Avenue, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. Going through the main clean out in the front, it's the front left corner of the basement if you're facing the house. And we're going to go both ways here. We're going to go back towards the rear of the house first, inspect that the interior line, and then we're going to go out towards the street and see if we can get all the way to the main. The clean out is clay, so I'm assuming that all the pipe underneath, inside and out, it will be clay also. Okay, so we've gone about as far as we can here. This is cast iron. I believe this is there's an addition on the back of the house, and this cast iron would have been added a lot later. So I'm thinking that there's like a kitchen expansion. Maybe the kitchen was smaller and they, bumped it out a little bit, and this was the plumbing that was added on at that time. It doesn't look bad. You can just obviously tell it has, a few. You can see the oxidation on the inside, the rust. So I'm gonna see I think I can only push another foot or two just to kind of see where we're at. But it's turning up into the kitchen. So that's the very back of the underground plumbing. And so as we pull back, it switches over pretty quickly from the cast iron of that addition back into the clay here. There was a little bit of roots. You can see a little bit of root intrusion where they made a few of the connections on the back half of the house. It's not uncommon for a house this age at all. You just might want to put maybe a little bit of chemical down that back, the kitchen sink back in there, and just flush it through. And then here it opens back up from a 4-inch clay into the 6-inch. As that drop off, and there's a tie in there from the right, which is probably where the other stack comes over from the bathroom, from the upstairs bathroom. But everything looks great on the back half of this, other than that little tiny bit of roots, which again is not uncommon. So we're going to pull out here and flip around and go out towards the street. Okay. Good to go. Sit on the edge. A little bit of a lip there.
probably just now exiting the house, and there is a little tiny bit of roots. We just passed the foundation wall. Another little bit of roots. Some more. Again, these aren't uncommon for clay pipe. I mean, you've got a connection every, looks like these are, let's see, under 20 feet, about every 3 feet there. Well, that one was a foot. But these connections are usually about 3 feet apart. And so there's just a lot of chances for there to be, over the years, just a little bit of a spot for a few little roots to get in. Again, this is nowhere near blocking the flow line or causing any backups at this point, but it's something to be aware of for the future. If there are trees still alive in the front yard that could be causing this. And see, there's a little bit more there coming, running down the pipe a little bit. Bit of a belly. The camera lens is only about a ½ an inch off the bottom of the pipe, so you know the fact that you can actually see where that water is, it's not much of a belly. It's not a concern. I didn't see anything heavy sitting in that water. I don't think it'd be pretty easy to overtake in the 6-inch pipe. A ½ an inch of water isn't much, and it is common to see that at connections just like that. There's a little bit of water there too. This is all pretty normal. I think the house was built in the 30s, and I think we're getting right up to the main here, where it's going to drop down right into the sewer main. Looks like we've changed over to concrete, so maybe just went onto the MSD's property here. Find out, just keep dropping, because I just fell really far into, there's the main. So, we made it all the way to the main. It went out pretty shallow. Well, not shallow, but it must have went out and it must have dropped another 4 or 5 feet to get into the main once it got out there. It was a vertical. The water was dripping off the camera, which obscured the view as we were vertical. Right here. But structurally, the pipe is in perfect condition. About as perfect as it can be for a house this age, anyway. And we have a little bit of roots, but nothing that maintenance wouldn't be able to take care of. So you can see the water that I was pushing on, you can actually, it doesn't even cover the camera when you're pulling back, so you can see all this. Yep, this sewer line looks great. And we can show the surroundings a little bit just so you know that it is the house we say it is. So that'll be the end of the inspection at 6306 Euclid Avenue.